Bernie H, first in the live chat. How you doing there, Bernie? Welcome to the live. That's what I should start saying. Welcome to the live. Greetings. Sean, Jedi Master, how you doing? Okay. As soon as a few more people get in here, I'll do two kind of shout outs. I need information on two people. Let's see, I've got that one's sent. That one is sent. Sensei is sent. Ready. Ice is sent. Okay.
All of them for $2. Bond Blum, what's up, Bond Blum? G Hutch, welcome in, guys.
Sorry about that. Thought that was something else. Alright. Big Ray, Bernie H, Big Ray, Sean, Jedi Master. No. So, if anyone in the channel right now knows Dodgertown 76 and Matt, aka Semi Truck. Can't remember. I think somebody might have given me Matt, aka Semi Truck. I think it might have been. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. Not here again, says Dragon Fan Tim. I guess since he's not here, he won't be eligible for the trivia questions for the weekend. No, we'll be good. Again, don't forget, Bernie got the trivia yesterday for 1 point. We have the 17th. Then we have the 18th and 19th will be done today. So 17th. And then let's kind of divide this here. I'll write it smaller. 18th, 19th will be a trivia. Tim. Yeah, so if anybody knows Dodgertown 76 or Matt aka Semi Truck 75, they will have until the end of the month, the end of May, to claim their prize for their April-May prize that they won. And all I really need from them is I need a mailing address and I need to know what they collect. I think somebody told me that it was the Texas Rangers. No, I don't have Matt aka. That's for Sensei Domino, but I already got his package sent out today too. Okay, let me get my live streams loaded up here so I can get the time when Bernie H made it in here, just so we can go through the pre-show info before we get into it. Alright, so this one is here. Just need to wait for the chat to load up there. 201. Alright, 206. So that's, we'll end the early birds now. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. The early birds don't even count. What am I doing? I don't know why I was thinking that. I don't have to put that in there. But yeah, so everybody else on the list, Dragon Fans, Tim's package went out today. Faith, Family, and Sports went out today. God is Great went out today. Sensei Domino went out today. Bernie H and Matty Ice Cards. So the only two left that I did not send is read my message about Dodgertown. Dodgertown. No, not yet. Not yet. And then Matt, aka Semi Truck. I figure between now and the end of the month they might show up. I'll try and remember to mention that we're still waiting for their info if they want their prize. And if not, last month it never happened, so I think somebody won last month and they didn't claim either, so. Alright. So other than that, we will have two trivias, so let's get into those right now. First let me go through what we're going to do in today's show. We do have Hall of Fame Biography, episode 237. We're going to do Tony Perez. And I do have a few cards of Tony down there. So there are a few cards underneath his postcard. And then after that, we will do the baseball trivia, which is coming up. Actually, I do it in the other. So then there's going to be two trivias today. Each one will be worth 5 entries for each one. All right. And then along with that, we are going to have a VFFF. So anybody that's been coming to my channel for a while, you know I try and do a FairField Friday. But today, by some mistakenly chance, I was able to get a hold of 4 of these 35 different baseball cards, vintage FairField from 2002. So I figured I've got 4 of these, so we'll be alternating them each Friday. But this Friday and next Friday, I'm going to do a vintage box. Then I'll do a regular FairField, because I've got, let's see, what do I got? How many FairFields do I got left from Jason? I think I've got two FairFields left from, and I've got 4. So we'll probably do a vintage this Friday, a vintage this Friday, and a vintage next Friday. And that's what we'll do there. Not here again. Hello. All 6,400 cards. Who's getting 6,400 cards? You gonna send me some cards there, Tim? You sending me some cards? You know how much that would cost for me to send you 6,400 cards? You'd have to pay for the postage. And I'd be glad to send you some cards that I probably haven't sorted yet. I'd probably be willing to go with a 5,000 count box. I don't know about 6,400. All 6,400 cards. What's a 6,400? You'd have to enlighten me on that. But anyway, let's get into our trivia for today so we can get on with our biography and then get into our vintage FairField. Ooh, it's snap, crackle, popping already. Give you an idea. It's like a blister pack on the front. And then you'll see the front from these 2002 FairFields from back in the day. They produced these, I guess, in Erie, Pennsylvania. Erie, Pennsylvania. I don't need that many. I'm trying to quick cards and just collect vinyl now. Oh my word. Vinyl can be an expensive hobby. I'll tell you that much. You think cards are expensive? Vinyl's pretty expensive these days. But as long as you got the record players, it's good to collect vinyl. Because then all you need is a generator in case we ever lose power. And the best, smartest way to do it is get a generator that runs on solar power. That would be the best deal, I think. But you'd still have to have well, you can charge the battery with, yeah. And solar powered generators are for not necessarily powering your whole house. It could on a limited basis, but you'd be having a hard time with your refrigerator and your freezer and your washer and dryer and anything that draws a lot of electricity. But they do have big enough ones out there. Oh, you have a generator that runs on natural gas. That would be good. We have natural gas currently still here. They haven't taken that away from us yet. But here is our trivia for Friday, May the 17th. And our baseball birthdays for today are Carlos May, Pascal Perez, Bill Hote, and Carlos Pena. And our trivia question is World Series. Okay, I'm going to read through the 5 answers. All you have to do is select the correct one for 5 entries. Which team was the first to play in 4 straight World Series? Was it A, the Tigers, B, the Pirates, C, the Cubs, D, the Giants, or E, the Yankees? Go ahead and submit your guesses now. I'll wait no more than 2 minutes for the correct answer. At the 2-minute mark, we will, let's see, 13 at 2:15, 1 more minute. We'll see if anyone has the right answer. I'm going to do it that way. No changing them. Well, yeah, you could change that one, Big Ray, or Bernie, and Big Ray. What? Now you guys are just deleting it to try and guess again. But that's okay. As long as I only see an individual answer. If you duplicate with somebody, you guys probably changed it at the same time, saying, oh, we both guessed the same one. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody got it correct. Nobody got it correct. 213 was the first guess, and we have 215 now, and we had an A. 2 message retracted. The Cardinals aren't even on the list. And C, the Cubs. But it was D, the Giants. Which team was the first to play in 4 straight World Series? It was the Giants. Manager John McGraw's G-Men competed in 4 straight series from 1921 through 1924. In the best of 8 affair in 1921, they beat the Yankees with 5 wins, 3 losses, and a tie. When the series changed to a 4-win format in 22, they held Babe Ruth in check and again beat their Polo Grounds rivals with 4 wins and a tie. The Yankees avenged that loss in the 23 series, winning 4 games to 2. In 24, the Giants lost to the Senators 4 games to 3. Oh wow, that's pretty neat. Big Moody Blues and Chicago music group. That is pretty cool. So nobody got the first one. Let's move on to our Next trivia for the weekend. For tomorrow, Saturday, May 18th, the birthdays are Reggie Jackson, Brooks Robinson, Marcus Giles, and Jim Sumberg. And our Sunday birthdays for Sunday, May 19th, are Gil McDonald, Eric Show, Kurt Simmons, and Jake Early. Okay. Let's see, what's the sheet say? Oh, I read it, right? Yeah. Which team was the first to play in 4 straight World Series? Didn't say they won. It said which team was the first to play in 4 straight World Series. But that was interesting. So this the weekend trivia is awards. So this one's still eligible. First person to correctly answer this one out of the 4 choices will get the 5 points. It's my old age hearing. No problem there. No problem, Mark. All right. So awards. Which pair of players, notice I said now, which pair of players won batting titles on the last day of the same season? Your answers are A, B, C, and D. Listen to them. I'll read them through once, and then you have to choose the correct 2 players. All right. Answer A is Carney Lansford and Will Clark. B is Dave Winfield and Don Mattingly. C is Kirby Puckett and Tony Gwynn. And D is Ricky Henderson and Vince Coleman. Go ahead and submit your guesses now. We'll see if anybody gets these 5 points. Boom! Stop the show. Big Ray got it with answering C first. I see Big Ray up there first. So here is how it went down. Which pair of players won batting titles on the last day of the same season? Kirby Puckett and Tony Gwynn. And the answer reads C. In 1989, the Twins' Puckett and the Padres' Gwynn each won batting titles on the final day of the regular season. On October 1st, Puckett went 2 for 5 in a 3-1 loss to Seattle, edging Carney Lansford 339 to 336. In a 3-0 win over the Giants, Gwynn went 3 for 4 to beat out Will Clark with 336 to 333. Playing the same game, Clark went 1 for 4. So there you go. Congratulations there, Big Ray. You got the 5 points for the weekend trivia. Okay. So we'll put that away now. We will put that away now. And for next week on Monday and Tuesday. Oh, by the way, let me give you, since it is Friday, let me give you a heads up. Next Tuesday, my wife has 2 doctor appointments. So she goes in for some blood work in the morning, and then we drive south to the 2 towns south to her cardiologist, and she will have an echocardiogram done at, I believe it's 1:30, if I'm remembering it right. As soon as we get back from that, I will do my live stream on Tuesday. I anticipate maybe closer to 3 o'clock. We'll kind of see and play it by ear and see how I have to figure out how to come home. Okay? But that will be for next Tuesday. But Monday we'll have a trivia. And Tuesday we'll have a trivia. They'll each be 5 pointers, I think. Hold on. Let me get the right one here. I looked at Wednesday. Ooh. They'll both be 5 pointers. Okay? Just give you a little bit of a heads up there. Alright? So next up we're going to do the biography for Tony Perez. And then we will finish off today's stream with a vintage 2002 FairField package. Or blister pack. Whatever you want to call it. Alright? So let me get everything ready here for Tony Perez. Let me scooch that over just a hair there. Let me get Tony Perez here, and then I will go through. I have a few cards in my Tony Perez collection. I like the one that's coming up there, but Atanasio Perez Regal, commonly known as Tony Perez, played for Cincinnati in the National League 1964 to 1976, 1984 to 1986, Montreal in the National League 77 through 79, Boston in the American League 1980 to 82, and Philadelphia with the National League in 1983. A clutch performer throughout an illustrious 23-year career, he tormented the opposition with his ability to consistently drive in runs. His composure under pressure led to 379 home runs, 505 doubles, 1,652 ribbies, including 7 100 RBI seasons and 954 RBIs in the 1970s. A catalyst of Cincinnati's talented Big Red Machine teams during the 1970s. His subtle leadership and timely hitting helped pace those clubs to 5 division titles, 4 pennants, and 2 World Series championships. Alright, let's put that right there for now. And we'll get into his biography. Let me do a refresh on my chat real quick here. Okay, so Tony Perez. Atanasio Tony Perez Regal, born May 14, 1942, is a Cuban-American former professional baseball player, coach, and manager. He played in Major League Baseball as a first baseman and third baseman from 1964 through 1986, most notably as a member of the Cincinnati Reds dynasty that won 4 National League pennants and 2 World Series championships between 1970 and 1976. He also played for the Montreal Expos, the Boston Red Sox, and the Philadelphia Phillies. A 7-time All-Star, Perez averaged more than 100 runs batted in per season from 1970 to 76. For the powerful Cincinnati team that became known as the Big Red Machine for their dominance of the National League in the mid-70s. Voraciously nicknamed Big Dog, Big Doggy, and Doggy, he was one of the most popular players in Reds history. After his playing career, Perez became a coach and later managed the Reds and the Florida Marlins. Marlins from 1993 to 2017 season, and he was special assistant to the general manager with the Marlins. In 2000, Perez was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. As far as his early life, Perez was born in Ciego de Avila, Cuba, in 1942, the son of Jose Manuel and Chidoro Regal Perez. Tony and his parents and siblings all lived in a two-bedroom row house owned by the sugar mill where Tony's father and eventually Tony worked. Tony later played shortstop for the mill's baseball team, Central Violeta. He was signed to a pro contract in 1960 at the age of 17 by the Cincinnati Red scout Tony Pacheco. While playing on the Camagüey Sugar Factory team, he was assigned to the instructional team of the Reds' AAA affiliate, Havana Sugar Kings. His bonus for signing with the Reds was $2.50, the cost of a visa and a plane ticket to Miami, Florida. That was interesting. Get a sip of water real quick here so we can continue on. Vulcan 99. We're mixing it up a little today in case you haven't seen it here on the screen. I got a 2002 FairField blister pack. I don't know, I didn't do any research too to see how much these might have cost in the day. But since it is 22 years old, there could be more than one Hall of Famer in these packs. I ventured to guess. But you never know, we might have some vintage cards thrown in here. Wouldn't that be a blast from the past? But we'll see what happens. As far as his career early days, Perez arrived in Florida in the spring of 1960 and participated in the Red Spring Training in Tampa. He played his first minor league game with the Reds, Class D affiliate, Geneva, New York, at age 17 on May 1st, 1960. In the season opener for the New York, Pennsylvania League team, starting at second base, his first professional hit was a triple as he went 1 for 5 in a 6-5 13-inning loss to the Auburn Yankees. He went hitless in the next game and the Redlegs home opener in a 17-16 Redlegs win, and in the next game he got the team's only hit, a single, in a 5-0 loss. On June 25th, he was placed on the disabled list. That same day, he was replaced on the active roster by just signed 19-year-old Pete Rose, who was inserted into the starting lineup at second base. Upon Perez's return, Rose remained at second base and Perez played third base. Another of his teammates was Martin Dihigo Jr., son of Baseball Hall of Fame member, Negro Legs, Gray, and Cuban native Martin Dihigo. Perez hit .279 with 6 home runs in 104 games. In 1961, he played for Geneva and set several team batting records, batting .348 with 27 home runs in 121 games. In 1962, he was promoted to the Class B Rocky Mountain Leafs in the Carolina League. He reported 2 weeks late as he had trouble getting out of his homeland of Cuba. In 100 games, he hit .292 with 18 home runs and 74 RBIs, making the All-Star team as the third baseman, but his season was cut short after those 100 games due to a broken ankle. In 1963, he was promoted to Macon Peaches. of the Class AA South Atlantic League, where 69 games as a third baseman, he hit .309 with 11 home runs and 48 RBIs before being promoted that same year to Class AAA San Diego Padres of the Pacific Coast League. For San Diego that year, in 8 games, he hit .379 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Playing for the Padres in 1964, Perez, now playing first base, was named Most Valuable Player in the Pacific Coast League. Perez hit .309 with 34 home runs and 107 RBIs. He was called up to the Reds and played his first 2 games in a doubleheader on July 26th. In his debut, he started at first base, and his first at-bat drew a walk against left-handed pitcher Joe Gibbon. He went 0-2 against Gibbon and Don Schwall in a 7-2 Reds win. Then went 0-4 against pitcher Bob Veal in a 5-1 Pirates win. The following day, he started at first base and batted 5th against the Milwaukee Braves in County Stadium. In an 11-2 win, he got his first hit, a second-inning double of Denny LeMaster. Beginning in 1970, the Reds went to the World Series 4 times in 7 years, winning back-to-back World Championships. In 1975 and 1976, with Perez starting at first base following the Reds' sweep of the Phillies in the 1976 League Championship Series and New York Yankees in the 1976 World Series, the only time a team has ever swept postseason since League Championship Series was introduced in 1969. Perez was traded to the Montreal Expos. William McEnany for Woody Fryman and Dale Murphy. After his trade, the Big Red Machine, considered one of baseball's all-time greatest teams, sputtered and never again got into the series, reaching the playoff but one more time in 1979. Sparky Anderson, the Reds manager during the champion, in his first season with the Red Sox, he finished in the top 10 in the American League in home runs with 25, RBIs 105, and intentional walks 11, and won the Lou Gehrig Memorial Award. As far as his Cincinnati reunion for the 1983 season, Perez reunited with the Big Red Machine teammates Pete Rose and Joe Morgan on the Philadelphia Phillies, still a feared hitter based on his reputation. Perez was a reserve player for the Phillies during their run in the World Series that year, and batted .242 in his 5 World Series appearances. Following the season, he returned to Cincinnati. During their run to the World Series that year, he batted .242 in his 5 World Series appearances. Following the season, he returned to the Cincinnati Reds as a free agent, where he remained until his retirement in 1986. In 1984, at age 42, he became the oldest player to hit a walk-off pinch hit home run off the Padres' Don Robinson on May 13, 1985, against Philadelphia Phillies reliever Dave Rucker. He became the oldest player at 44 to hit a grand slam, breaking a 70-year-old record by Honus Wagner. The new record stood until Julio Franco broke it at age 46 in 2004. Perez was named National League Player of the Week of his career at age 44, and he went 8 for 19 with a home run, 3 doubles, and 6 runs batted in. His final career hit and RBI came on October 14th, 1986 at Riverfront Stadium when he had a solo home run off the San Diego Padres pitcher Ed Whitson in a 10-7 win. The following day was the Reds' last game of the year and the final game of his career. As his final at-bat, he flied out to Andy Hawkins in a 2-1 Padres win. Let me get into his legacy right after I take a sip of water here. Jays Mix, how you doing? All right. So, but yeah, I do have two regular FairFields left. So, as far as his legacy, Perez was inducted into the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame in 1998 on May 27, 2000 in an on-field pregame ceremony at Synergy Field, formerly Riverfront Stadium, with family and former teammates and managers. The Reds retired his number 24. In 2000, Perez was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, garnering 385 votes on 499 ballots for a total of 77.5%, just over the 3/4 minimum required for induction. He was inducted in July 2000 along with Sparky Anderson, Carlton Fisk, and Bib McPhee. And Turkey Stearns, in his induction speech, he said, "I doubt that a king at his coronation feels better than me today." Each year since his induction, he has attended the weekend ceremonies, including riding in the annual parade and playing in the annual golf outing and old-timers baseball game. Perez was inducted into the Hispanic Heritage Baseball Museum Hall of Fame in 2001 at a pre-game ceremony held at the San Francisco Giants Pacific Ballpark. That same year, he threw out the ceremonial first pitch at the 2001 All-Star Game at the Seattle Mariners Safeco Field. He played on the Mariners' previous home, the Kingdome, during the 1979 All-Star Game. Perez, in 1998, was inducted into the Caribbean Baseball Hall of Fame, which honors those that have made significant achievements in the Caribbean Series. He was one of 24 inauguration inductees into the Latino Baseball Hall of Fame in 2010, and he was inducted in 2010 to the Cuban Sports Hall of Fame. In 2011, Perez and his sons in attendance at opening ceremonies in the Museo del Deporte de Puerto Rico in Guaynabo, the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, his adopted homeland, presented him with a surprise honor. He was proclaimed an official native son of Puerto Rico for his dedication to the Commonwealth as a member, family, and community member, and for his impressive baseball accolades while representing the island. Also present were fellow Hall of Famers Orlando Cepeda, Roberto Alomar, and Vera Clemente, widow of Roberto Clemente. On August the 10th, 2014, at the annual Reds Hall of Fame induction gala, former Reds teammates Johnny Bench and Joe Morgan, along with Perez himself, announced that the Reds would erect a statue of Perez outside Great American Ballpark. On the weekend of August the 21st, 2015, the Cincinnati Reds held Tony Perez Weekend during a series with the Arizona Diamondbacks. At least a dozen players of the Big Red Machine were part of a post-game ceremony that Friday night. On Saturday, a bronze statue of Perez was unveiled near the entrance of the Great American Ballpark. Fans attending the game received replica statues, and there was a pre-game ceremony honoring Perez, followed by him throwing the ceremonial first pitch. Tommy John thought Perez was one of the toughest hitters he had ever faced due to his ability to hit right center fielder with power. He waited on the ball well, and I couldn't throw hard enough to get it by him inside, John recollected. As far as his personal life, while playing winter ball in Puerto Rico in 1964, Perez met Juana Petuca de la Cantera, daughter of Pablo de la Cantera and Edilia Cortina. Also the Cuban descent, she grew up in Puerto Rico. 4 months after meeting, the couple was married in early 1965. They both became American citizens on October 18, 1971 in Cincinnati, and have 2 sons, both born there, Victor Perez, May 11, 1966, and Eduardo Perez, September 11, 1969. Victor played 1 year, 1990, in the Reds minor league system. He attended and graduated from Xavier University in Cincinnati with a Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Finance and Computer Science. He later moved to New York City, where he worked in real estate and in telecommunications. He also attended acting school here and became a professional actor, first in New York City and then for several years in London. Eduardo was an All-American third baseman at Florida State University and played in the College World Series. He was drafted in the first round, 17th overall pick by the California Angels. He played Major League Baseball for 13 seasons. After retiring as a player, he served as an ESPN commentator for 5 years. In 2009, he managed Leones de Ponce to the Puerto Rican League Championship, and in 2011 and 2012 he was hitting coach for the Miami Marlins. He was a bench coach of the Houston Astros for the 2013 season. In 2016, Eduardo joined SiriusXM's MLB Network Radio, hosting the leadoff spot with Steve Phillips. He married to Merba Rivera, and they have 2 daughters, Adriana and Juliana. In November 1972, Perez was granted a 20-day visa to return to Cuba for the first time since 1963 trip. However, the visa did not permit his wife and children to go. According to Latino Baseball Legends, an encyclopedia by Lou Freedom, he took 17 suitcases of gifts, clothes, and medical supplies, and reunited with his family in central Violeta, Cuba, a 400-mile train ride from Havana. Tony's father, Jose Manuel, whom Tony worked alongside as a teenager in the Camagüey sugar factory, hauling and stamping the company's name on the bags, died in 1974 at the age of 84. Some sources list his year of death as 1977. Tony has stated that during his playing career, his family in Cuba would listen to the Voice of America, which would give daily updates on Cuban players playing in the majors. Tony's mother, Theodora Tita, was 88 when Tony called her with the news in 2000 that he had been elected to the Hall of Fame. Tony was able to make a return visit to Cuba in 2002, only this time with his sons. Theodora died in 2008. Tony's oldest sister died in 1997. In 2000, for a luncheon honoring Tony, the Marlins arranged to surprise him by helping his 2 living sisters, Argelia and Gloria, secure visas and come to Miami from their homes in central Violeta, Camagüey, Cuba. Perez has cited Cuban-born Minnie Minoso as his boyhood idol. Perez advocated for many years in articles, speeches, and discussions to get Minoso elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. A 326-page biography, Tony Perez, From Cuba to Cooperstown, written by John Arardi, was published on April the 2nd, 2018. So there you have it. Tony Perez. Go over his Hall of Fame bio information. Again, he was a first baseman, third baseman, and a manager in his MLB career. Born May 14th, 1942, and when he died, he was 82 years old. Oh no, he's currently 82 years old. Duh. Batted right through right. His MLB debut was July 26th, 1964 for the Cincinnati Reds, and his last MLB appearance was October 5th, 1986 for the Cincinnati Reds. His MLB statistics: batting average was .279 for his career, 2,732 hits, 379 home runs, 1,652 RBIs. His managerial record was 74-84, giving him a .468 winning percentage. As a player, he played for the Cincinnati Reds 64-76, the Montreal Expos 77-79, the Boston Red Sox for 1980 through 82, the Philadelphia Phillies 1983, and the Cincinnati Reds 1984 through 86. As a manager, he was with the Reds 1993 and the Florida Marlins 2001. His career highlights and awards: he was a 7-time All-Star 1967 through 70, 1974 through 1976, a 3 times World Series champion in 1975, 76, and 1990. Cincinnati Reds number 24 retired, Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame, and he is in the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, inducted in 2000 with 77.2% of the vote in his 9th ballot. So that was pretty good. Anasio Perez Regal. Tony Perez. That was his bio from his, that one. Yep, this is from a I think this is the Panini 2013 set. Cooperstown, Cuba, first baseman. Awesome there. This is a Tony Perez. 1985 tops. Then we've got the Tony Perez and Davis on a 1986 tops. I knew that. Then we got the Tony Perez here from the 2013 Panini product. Right. Then we've got Tony Perez here. That's a young one, a sticker here from 1984. Then we've got a Fleer, 1986. We've got a 1985 record breaker, Tony Perez, Cincinnati Reds, oldest player to hit a grand slam. And here we've got him on an 81 Donruss with the Red Sox, an 82 Donruss with the Red Sox. Then we've got the Tony Perez with the Reds, 1986 Donruss. Tony Perez, first baseman, 81 tops, 86 tops, I believe this one is, right? 85 tops, sorry. And then the last one we got here, Super Veterans, Tony Perez from 1964, like a then and now. 1964 old-time photo with Cincinnati, and then the 1983 playing for Boston. This is a 1983 Topps. So there we have it. Good to go there for Tony Perez and his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards that I had in his collection. That's a pretty good small collection for Tony Perez. Okay. Who else we got in here? Sounds good. Hi all. Alex. Hi Alex. Hey Bernie, Mark. Okay. So I will put these back in my Hall of Fame selection there. And now it is time, without further ado, to go to this vintage 2002 Fairfield Company hanger box. Guaranteed Hall of Famer inside. And I did notice one thing. They put at least the current back in 2002. It's a guaranteed Hall of Famer, and this one's from a 1989 Don Russ product. It says all original, mixed years, different manufacturers. Guaranteed Hall of Famer inside. So I thought these were kind of neat. I was able to find these when I was on somebody's WhattNot channel, and I asked him, I said, how many do you have of those? And he said, I've got 4. I said, I'll take them. He's like, you want all 4, Donnie? He calls me Donnie, I let him. And so I said, yeah, I need some vintage Fairfields from 2002. So all 4 of these blister packs, they're different covers, but they're all 2002. So I guess they had different colors back in the day. So again, not being opened. I'll just peel these off. Unfortunately, I can't do a repack on these, but I might keep the trays for cards. Okay. There we go. We just take it out. We can pull them out like that. Probably back in the day here, they didn't have many. So 2002 and older we could find in here. You never know. We could find some neat rookie cards in here for people. You never know. That were not in. That might have been inducted since 2002. So we do have at least one Hall of Famer for sure. But we will have fun here, and don't forget, oh, that's what I wanted to do. Let me put the link in the chat here for my Ken Griffey Jr. Let me get that really quick here. Okay, so it's 6 p.m. I'll be doing a Ken Griffey Jr. auction. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, there we go. That is the link. Let me pin it to the chat here. God is great. How you doing? So there we go. The pinned comment at the top is the link. You can go there. If you do follow the link, you could be eligible for a $15 off your first order on WhattNot. Okay? Especially if you don't have an account. If you don't have an account, just sign up, make it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to do that. And my word, these cards are going to be packed fresh, it looks like, for the most part. But we got George Brett here. That's our first Hall of Famer. Guaranteed Hall of Famer. Then we got Rick Cerrone with the Yankees. Cecilio Guante with the Yankees. Okay. We got Barry Bonds, fan favorite. I'm going to do that this way here. I'll do fan favorites down over here. Moises Alou, rookie card. That's pretty cool. Moises Alou. Oh man, does not fail. Just Even back in 2002, they had the. Let me get this. I gotta switch this over real quick. Even back in the day here, FairField doubles. Cecilio Guante. 1987 tops in pristine collection. That is cool on these 87 tops. Gary Carter. He probably wasn't a Hall of Famer when this was made, but there's another Hall of Famer. We got an upside down card. Did they put autographs in here back in the day? No. John Farrell. Alright. Then we got Jeff Robison with the Detroit Tigers. Juan Beringer with the Rangers. Les Straker with the Rangers. I like all these 87 traded cards. Those are pretty neat. 87 traded card set. That's pretty neat. Nice mix there. Dave Meads with the Astros. Charlie Moore with the Blue Jays. Oh my word, look at that one. Geronimo Baroa. Look how off-center that one is. You can even see part of the other card there. Ooh, and that's his rookie card. An totally off-centered rookie card. Yeah, so much 87 tops. Larry Anderson. Uh-oh, we got some newer cards coming out now. Jose Vizcaino with the Mets. Now I think we're done with the 87s maybe. Then we've got Tim Nearing with the Red Sox. We've got Mark Wohlers with the Braves. Oh, here we go. Oh boy, awesome. Reggie Sanders. That's a Topps finest back in the day. That's pretty cool. Reggie Sanders. Let me set that over here. It's not a rookie, but it's a cool looking card for back in the day. What year was this? $1997. Ricky Batalaccio with the Philadelphia Phillies. Pacific Crown. Pacific Crown always made such awesome looking cards back in the day. Okay. Next up we got Raul Mondesi with the Dodgers coming up. But this is Charles Johnson MVP. The MVP card in there. Pinnacle 1996. Ooh, that's the foil version of the 1996 Raul Mondesi. Alright, next up here we've got Marcus Moore. Leaf, I think it's 1995. Yep, 1995. Then we've got a Matt Lawton with the Twins. Matt Lawton with the Twins. 1995 Don Russ. We got Scott Coolball. And we've got a Darren Bragg with the Red Sox. We've got a Jeff Basuro with the Expos. We've got a Scott Cooper with the Red Sox. Got a we got an older type card in here. John Wetland with the Rangers. All-time greats. Charlie Gehringer. Charlie Gehringer. That's a Hall of Famer. Another Hall of Famer in here. Jim Edmonds. Select Certified Edition for Jim Edmonds. Then we got a Tom Gordon with the Royals. We got a Marvin Freeman with the Phillies. Got an Ozzie Guillen, Diamond King. And last but not least, Jerome Walton with the Cubs. So that's not too bad, really. That was interesting to see a different mix in the FairField, for sure, of different cards back in the day. I like that one there. That one will probably sell on eBay. These are mostly pretty much the commons here. We did get this one here, the Reggie Sanders. Topps Finest, peel and remove. Put that up there. Then we did get a fan favorite, Barry Bonds. We got the MVP. We got the Diamond King. And then we got the two rookies. The Moises Alou rookie card. Fan favorite there on that one. I like that. That's nice looking card for sure. Slightly off center, left to right. But a nice rated rookie for Moises Alou. Put that in with my fan favorite rookies. Notable players. Just get that in a top loader. Put that in my top loader box. Not that one. See if I can find a different one. Yeah, this one's a little bit better. Okay. And then on top of that, we got 1, 2, 3 Hall of Famers. This is the one that we got on the top, which on the top of each of the boxes they have at least a Hall of Famer. But we got 3 Hall of Famers. Charlie Gehringer, George Brett, and Gary Carter. So awesome cards there. So not too bad. Interesting. Oh, that Reggie card, yeah, that was the Reggie Sanders here was pretty cool. With Cincinnati. That's card 14 level. What's it say on the back? I don't like. These are the ones that are, yeah, card 14 W5 theme, and it's a common. So I guess they had different versions of the cards back in the day. I'll put that separate right there. So other than that, that's my show for the last show for the week. We'll be coming back next week. I'll give you a heads up on who the Hall of Famers are for next week. We're going to have Gaylord Perry, Mike Piazza, Ed Plank, and Alejandro Alex Pompez. So we'll have 4 more P's, and then the week after we'll have Composy and Kirby Puckett. Then we'll be getting into the R's. So really cool there. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Hopefully if you can make it tonight, even you don't even have to buy anything on WhattNot. Just come and just watch, chat in the chat, visit with me. If you want to hang out with me and WhattNot, do that. The link's there. Don Blomdahl, Hall of Fame, and more. So all you got to do is click on that, and it'll open it up. Again, it's a link to my WhattNot auction tonight. All right, there, Big Ray. Thanks a bunch. Lockin, Bernie H, God is Great, Jay's Mix. You all have a great and wonderful rest of your Friday. Might see you through the weekend somewhere, sometime, somehow, on your live or someone else's live. You might see me pop in and say, "Greetings, guys. Hey, Bernie. Hey, Lachlan," whoever's in there that I know. I got a lot of people in my book of names, that's for sure. So until then, y'all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Thanks for hanging out with me this week. We will see you next Tuesday, sometime, hopefully before 3 o'clock. So just be looking for the notification when I go live. And we will see you all then, or tonight, at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Take care, y'all. Have a wonderful and great weekend if I don't see you. And, as always, be blessed. Have a great weekend, Donald and everybody. Another great stream as always. Carter was inducted in 2003. Oh wow, yeah, right after they made these boxes, so that's why he wasn't a Hall of Famer yet in 2002. Probably the same, it was probably the same, so George Brett was the one in here, so it was Gary Carter and Gehringer probably, I wonder when he made it in the Hall of Fame. Let me see for Gehringer, when did he make it in the Hall of Fame? Gehringer, 1949, so they did have two in here by the time it was made, and then Gary Carter made it in 2003 after these were made. So he would have been a new Hall of Famer there, but he had been playing for a while. Looks like his rookie year was 1974, from what I can see. So that's pretty good. It's fun. We'll see another vintage next week, and then we'll see a regular FairField the week after. Alright? You all take care. As always, again, be blessed. We'll see you all again soon. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care, Bernie. Bye for now.